too hard on her trip and will hopefully join us for the next session. But what happened last time? Where did we end off? It was an intense one.
Mhm.
Was.
Um, if I recall,
Hmm.
uh, we were in the coffee shop.
Yep.
Um, and the, I guess, I don't want to call them a mob, but the villagers super excited to see Mrs. Quillen, not Mr. Quillen,
Thank you.
to see Mrs. Q, essentially like almost stampeded and like kind of like busted in the doors to try and get sight of her.
Yeah.
At that point, we're trying just not to get trampled. Mrs. Q,
I disappear,
you
sort of.
in a
Yep.
gas
I'm all
form,
gas.
Forgot
and kind
about
of
that.
just like sneak away. Um, some of us are like on the roof. Some of us have made it to the other towards the statue. And through back and forth communication, uh, everything goes wrong. Now, Quill and the villagers have turned and are attacking us. They believe that Mrs. Q is an imposter.
Yeah.
Um, I think Basil was kind of stuck in the crowd. If I remember correctly, APOC and Cam were closer to the statue, and I believe even destroyed the statue. Was it like a rhino?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
That was-
rhino.
That is still there.
Um, Mrs. Q is on the roof still.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we defeated Quill, but it came down to I think the cliffhanger was remember from last session, a saucy is it succubus? Is that the
What?
wings?
Petra?
Yeah, a saucy person revealed themselves.
Yeah.
Well,
It was. Oh, go ahead.
was it a saucy, sexy Petra or was it Nari? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. Because I think I heard there was a tail, but I don't remember Nari having a tail.
No.
Yeah.
It was definitely an intense one, losing control of the conversation, the mob not being inspired and thinking Mrs. Q was a fake, and trying to kick you out, quote unquote, of their village for not being and for impersonating someone that they looked up to. Before you were able to even leave the coffee shop, though, Basil basically traveled in bullet time for a split second, having to go toe to toe with a critical moment in his past and remake a choice that he had made. With some clever escapism art, a pocket turning Mrs. Q into a little pink cloud of gas to get out of the coffee shop itself. As you said, it's quickly devolved, with the mob turning violent and Basil jumping right into the middle of all of their fury. There was a battle of wits and a battle of spells, with Quill counterspelling a few big spells from APOC and from Aurora before one finally landed, summoning a rhino, APOC summoning a rhino that charged straight into the statue of Mrs. Q, destroying it. And as the rhino destroyed it, a shockwave rippling throughout the village, and screams, a collective scream, as the crowd, including Quill, crumbled all around you. And we will pick up right where we left off. APOC are still on the top roof of the coffee shop. And if you remember this, the Bracken Mill itself and where you are is kind of like a semicircle. 2 levels of trees, the coffee shop being kind of right in the center, on the ground level. So you are Branches are just right above you, those of you who are on the roof. Arna, who is still with you, had been clinging to the door frame, trying desperately to stay out of the rage and fury of the crowd. Basil, as you are your normal size, quite damaged from that, breathing heavy and hearing all of the crumbling rocks around you, sort of like thumping down as this scream fades. Aurora, I can't remember if you were flying. I believe you were hovering, flying. Closer to the statue itself, having to kind of dodge as some of the pieces of shrapnel from the rhino had shot up towards you. Those of you on the roof, and Rory, sorry about that. Rory flying, you are around like the 30, 40-ish feet away from each other. Basil, you are pretty much right in the middle of that. But as you take a moment, catching your breath, licking some of your wounds, those of you that were injured, and kind of like trying to take in and realize what had just happened. The rhino sort of trotting up towards you, Apoc. This massive thing running by you, Basil. You never actually saw it get summoned because you were in the middle of the crowd as you hear it crush the stone that used to be the mob under its feet as it trots up to Apoc. You hear a... Well, that was quite a show. As you see, describing last time, one leathery wing and a tipped tail kind of flick as it closes the door to the apple orchard, the little house on the apple orchard. What would you all like to do in this moment?
Do we recognize this person?
You can make an insider perception check to see if you recognize just from that in the middle of this chaos.
Can we all roll?
Sure, you all hear it. You can all roll. Insider perception.
18.
Right, Apoc? Oh, yeah, Rory, 18. Apoc?
Does the inside of this crystal count as mountainous terrain?
Sorry.
15.
Okay. Mrs. Q?
5.
Basil?
21.
Okay. So Mrs. Q, unfortunately, it's a little traumatic in this place right now, and you kind of almost just take a knee on the roof, trying not to slip off as you look out towards what once were people or humble folk that are now piles of rock. The rest of you kind of hearing just in time to see this, the voice, the wing, the tail. Apoc, you kind of have some shivers kind of run up your spine as all of you recognize that this is Petra.
Oh my gosh.
Just look over at Rory. I don't know why she keeps coming back.
Your ex be cray.
Liches are crazy. I thought you killed her.
I guess not. Unless this is part of the illusion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot we were an illusion. That makes sense.
I guess. Oh yeah. I guess we wouldn't be able to tell. Like, is what we're seeing or perceiving different from like everything else here? Like, is this person real?
I I could I could I've got one charge left to see if it's real or not.
Mm,
What do you want from us?
You just shouting? You can make a persuasion check.
Oof. It's only an 8.
you kind of like float in a circle, shouting and looking around. You don't hear anything in response.
Um, based on where we all are, does this mean that technically Sir Basil is the closest to Petra?
Oh, do it.
So if you think you're basically in this semicircle, you are basically kind of right in the middle. And the stone statue was, if you would have continued the circle, the stone
Yeah.
statue would have been right in the middle.
Oh, I see.
So you are on the outside circumference of the circle.
Yeah.
The stone statue of Mrs. Q would have been directly in the center of it.
Okay.
Where the house with the apple orchard is still around the circumference, but like just outside of the circle, kind of like on the periphery of town, quote unquote.
Okay,
You
okay,
could not be any closer than your party.
okay.
And that's why it's a little tricky. You recognize the voice of Petra, the wing, the tail kind of putting it together. You didn't actually see her. You just heard her, saw these little bits, and the door to the house on the orchard closed.
Okay.
Huh.
So Basil will probably use second wind just to regain some hit points, but
Nice.
he'll probably, well, what I want to do is I think Sir Basil would yell out like, uh, is this your doing? Are you behind all of this? Just kind of like tr waiting for a response and like seeing what happens. If she emerges from somewhere, just trying to like be ready type thing.
You can make a persuasion check.
Well, am I trying to persuade her?
I'm
Are
trying to
you
like,
trying to do something specific?
I'm just, well, what did I say? I said,
is this your doing?
oh, okay, sure, right.
You don't have to if that's not your intention, Basil. If your intention is just flavor, that's fine.
Uh, it was more flavor,
Okay.
but yeah.
All right. Don't worry about a roll.
Mhm. My persuasion is terrible, so yeah.
As you are shouting this, as you are thinking, in those moments between these vocalizations, like you kind of hear the rhinoceros sort of like huffing. He's a big animal, but it is quiet. Like it is silent in this town. There's no movement, no footsteps, nothing is here now. And in those moments where you are sitting in this silence, there's like a heaviness kind of on your chest. Just the eerie creeping in. Basil, especially you among the piles of stone that were humble folk not less than a minute ago, that it's almost like you're breathing through dust, is the heavy kind of feeling that you're feeling, the eeriness that you're feeling. It is silent for a town that was lively 2 minutes ago. Like you're walking through a ghost town.
Mm.
Do we just keep going?
You going where?
Um, oh no. There's something telling me we need to go to that orchard house.
It might be a trap, but I agree.
We're looking for Nari, right? This is all illusion. Maybe the next thing is in there.
Yeah.
No. When I went into the coffee shop, the Winter Bucks, I was tempted with something. Were you guys tempted with anything?
Yeah.
Is this Apoc's temptation?
Maybe. Do I have to go alone?
You're never gonna be alone. I'll go with you. But if this is some type of kink, I'm not here for it.
You got a chuckle out of Bobby.
All right. I mean, I can go in if you want to wait outside, or
Oh,
if you want to come in, you can come in too.
if that's what you want.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, come in.
All of us?
Sure.
That's my
Uh,
kink.
Yeah.
Where is
Me and you and you and you and a rhino.
where is Ari right now? I can't remember.
Ari?
The
Arna?
Arna, sorry.
Arna has climbed down from she was clutching the door frame of the coffee shop. You had tried to offer her help and she declined it.
Mhm.
She had climbed herself down and is kind of like leaning up against the door frame. You see her head kind of like close to her chest. And you see her hands kind of like tucked into her cloak and she's kind of head down, breathing heavy.
Sir Basil will ask her, have you heard that voice before?
She kind of like looks up a little startled at being addressed. Like the one with the clapping?
Yes.
There's a lot of voices here, maybe. Actually, hold on. We'll see if she has. There's a lot of voices here.
Does that mean similar to how we've been tempted with desires that you've been tempted?
No, this isn't built for me. No one is. What you just saw with this mob, if they even so much as caught wind of me being here, they would turn into that. Or they'd ignore me. There's nothing here for me. I've just been stuck. So these voices sort of blend in after a while. Like I said, you're the first new thing that I've seen in, I think, weeks.
Where we're going, I believe is going to be very dangerous. So I will leave it up to you whether or not you will follow us. But if you choose to stay behind for your safety, um, if we find your brothers, I will do what I can to get them out and return them to you. But I can't ask you to willingly walk into danger.
What part of any of this is less safe?
Did you just see me almost get bashed to death by a mob?
You jumped right in the middle. Your choices have to be okay at some point. This place sucks, and if there's a place where you think that my brother and my sister are, I'm coming with you. No offense, but I don't trust you enough to get them out.
As I said, I will leave the choice with you. And with that, Basil will, I guess, turn to the group and say, I will follow your lead. If we're gonna go, let's do it.
Yep.
Let's go.
As he downs a potion to just try and get more HP.
Oh.
Okay. So you are heading.
To the orchard.
Are you bringing the rhino with you?
I'm to
How
the
long does that spell last?
1 hour concentration.
Wow.
Um, so I don't know how doors work with the rhino. Um,
The rhino is too big for a door.
what if it's wood? Could he just knock it over?
You can try.
Guys, are we putting a square peg in a square peg in a round hole?
Does anybody have enlarge on the door?
Oh yeah.
Or reduce on the-
rhino.
Ortiz on the rhino. I
Is
do.
there like a nice big bay window or
Can we not
something?
just bash
Can we
through the
just
door?
smash?
So let me give you some flavor text, and then you can decide what you want to do with the rhino. As you approach this little, like, you're approaching the outskirts of town. So you're like 50, 60 feet away. Like, it is not far. This is a very small town. The little house on the edge of this fenced in orchard, you can tell it's an orchard. You can smell the crispness of the like sugars in the fresh fruit. You can see it on the trees. It's not in rows necessarily, but there is a pattern to how they've been planted, an order to a natural kind of chaos. And it smells so good and so real. And it's mixed with a little bit of a smoky smell as you see a little plume of smoke that's kind of been there since you've been in this town, in this area. These two smells kind of mix together and give almost like a baking sensation. This little house is very much like a hut, like a one, maybe two room, bachelor size apartment style hut. You do see windows, not a massive bay window, very similar to if a window you would picture if an old granny was going to put a pie on the windowsill to cool. You see like some curtains on a little rod that come up halfway in the window. They're drawn closed, but you do see a little bit of a flickering light from inside. It's made out of wood. It's quite small. It's even shorter than the coffee shop, as in you could easily climb to the top of the roof if you needed to. It's not a big structure by any means. But that's what you see as you approach. What you do is totally up to you.
Alright. I'm gonna go in, but I'm gonna leave Monoceros out here. If he disappears, you'll know something bad's happened to me. If you want to come in, you can come with.
Mrs. Q's definitely going in.
Okay.
Yeah, I would assume I would stick with you guys.
She also wants to make sure that there's no hanky panky happening.
What?
Mrs. Q is a prude.
I'm-
Keep it PG.
I too am going in to make sure there's no hanky panky.
Yeah, we're all going in.
Good. As we've established that. Great, great, great.
All right.
So
Baz is
no
going
one's
in.
watching the rhinoceros.
No, they might have to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you tell him anything specific?
I think. Would you consider the door a restraint to the rhinoceros?
What? The door a restraint?
Yeah, it's like restraining the rhinoceros from moving into the hut, right?
Without destroying it, sure. If that's
So I'm gonna
how we
s-
want to define
Maybe
this.
L would take this approach and cast freedom of movement on the rhinoceros.
I don't think.
Right.
No, it doesn't. I'm just
No, no.
Well, let's put,
No.
like,
let's game this out.
if
Let's spend the rest of the session figuring out how this rhino's gonna go. Can you just recast it inside?
that's my last spell slot.
Oh shoot.
I had to cast it multiple times just to get him to appear.
Okay.
Is there really no other way to get this rhino to come with us?
Okay, well, let's open the door, and then if it's just a small house, then like we can just stand there with the door open.
Yeah.
And it can stick its head in.
Yeah,
There you go.
Bust through if necessary.
exactly. Right,
What was his name?
Monoceros.
Monoceros.
Rhinoceros.
You're telling him to just be on guard.
I'm gonna say L's chilling on top of him.
That sounds right. And it is very much a fey rhino that's like tinted pink and purple.
I'm so sad that Ella's not here. She would love
She would have loved it.
Okay. All right. So as you kind of give that command to your pink and purple tinged Monoceros, and you make your way inside, are you the one opening the door?
Yeah.
You go and you open the door. Yeah, Peanut. You go and you open the door, and it's just kind of like a push in. It's not actually closed and latched. And you instantly kind of hear some humming, just some. And you hear some clanging of utensils together. You hear a bump and a oh, okay. Um, and you just kind of like hear sounds of living, if that makes sense. As you go ahead and enter, you hear or you see two, excuse me, you see two figures. You see one taller figure and one quite small figure in comparison. One of them is the taller figure is a boar just like yourself, kind of darker colored, fur, is responsible for the humming as it looks like they are holding on to something and kind of like stirring with one hand, and every so often is just sort of straightening something up. You do notice that the inside is a little bit disheveled, a little bit of a mess, as you kind of take in the recognition sort of twinges as you're looking at Octavia, your mother. The second figure is sort of like at the side, one of the far walls, sort of straightening something. And you see like pulling something off the shelf in a basket, looking around, putting it back and putting it back up. And the figure's back is to you, a kind of slight figure, shorter figure than your mother. As they turn and you meet green eyes of your friend Cam.
Huh. Hey,
Hey, you're back.
have I been gone?
Oh, Apoc, sweetie, you're back. Oh my gosh, okay. They said you were going to be back. It's so good to see you here. We were just straightening up. Cam got here first and he noticed it was a little disheveled, so he just started straightening up. He sent a message my way. I was just making some cookies. Hold on, let me put this down. And your mother kind of comes over and gives you a really big hug
Yeah, I like awkwardly hug back.
and kind of holds you out. Yeah, you're looking good. You're looking a little bit peaky, but that's okay. She kind of like grabs onto your cheek. Definitely a little paler than we last saw you, but nothing a mother's cooking can't fix. And I noticed that your orchard was doing pretty good. The weeds are getting a little out of hand. That's a little atypical. So, maybe we could just make sure you're okay. Okay, come on and settle in. Hi everyone, so good to see you. It's been a really long time, but we'll get the cookies going.
Can I touch the contingency plan band and just whisper Cam's name?
Yep, you touch the contingency band, you whisper Cam's name. And on the other side, as Cam is looking at you, you see a very faint glow
Huh.
on his wrist.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm right here. Did you miss me? I think you missed me.
Yeah. Uh, what happened?
What do you mean?
Why'd you take off? Why did you
Well,
leave without saying anything?
yeah, that wasn't my finest moment. I did have to find somebody, you know that. But when I came back, you were gone.
We were gone the whole time.
Well, no, you kind of like come in and come out. It's only been a couple weeks
Since when?
since we last saw each other. Oh, Rory. Hey, I didn't know
Hey,
you were coming here.
yeah,
They said there was a new member of the group, but I didn't realize it was you.
yeah, long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see. How are things at the Winners Bucks back in Alderheart?
Pretty good. I kind of gave up my position and when I came to travel with these folks, but I'm like very suspicious of this cam, so I'm kind of holding back a little bit. But tell me more. It's been a couple of weeks. What have you done in that short amount of time?
Well, I mean, you remember, you remember, you remember Peppermint, right? You remember Peppermint? You know Peppermint.
Like a few of us do.
Yeah, that's true. But I want to make sure you do because you were there when it all kind of went down, you know? Anyways, I went looking for her. I
Did you find her?
realized, pardon?
Did you find her?
No, I didn't. And when I didn't find her in a few places I thought I'd be able to find her, I figured I'd come back here and regroup with you guys, but you had left. So I kind of hung around here for a little bit, and then stories started coming in about all of your greatness over the past few weeks in the wood, and then I decided, well, you got to return at some point, so I just kind of stayed.
Why would you leave on your own though?
It felt like the right thing to do. We saw the painting. Things were getting a little. I thought she might be in danger.
You didn't think
What?
that maybe I would want to go with you to find my sister? Did we not promise one another that we would stick together?
Wait. Where's this coming from? You're the one who let him go and then didn't tell me.
Wait, did I actually let him go? Is that
Yeah, he took off and you were the only one that he talked to. And then you hid it from the group for a bit.
he didn't tell me that he was going to disappear. If anything, he told me that we would stick together and we would find Pip together. But then just like he left me just as he left you. And I want to know why.
I realized that wasn't the best decision to make, but Basil, if I had said we're going to leave that night, would you have come with me and left all of them? They needed your protection. I had some protection. I figured I could try and get a head start. You're still with them. They clearly needed you.
They needed you as well. We could have done it together.
Mrs. Q puts her hand on Basil's arm to try and pull the conversation back, recognizing that something about
Yeah.
this doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to not let him get so worked up over
Yeah.
something that has so many holes.
Yeah. If anything, you probably wouldn't the impression you probably would have picked up is not necessarily that Basil is mad, but he's just like trying to like poke holes because he is also very suspicious. Like, is this actually Cam? So, which is one of the reasons why I'm choosing to speak it very like sort of flat and monotone as opposed to like really emotional. But yeah. So let's say Mr. Q pats Basil's arm. He'll look at you and kind of realizing like, okay, maybe I should just step back and just observe. I'm not getting what I think I want to get. And so he'll just kind of nod and take a step back and be like, okay, Cam, I think I believe you. And just leave it at that.
Cam kind of like adjusts the little hat that he has. He kind of like wipes his forehead a little, plays a little bit with the bracelet around his wrist. But you see him kind of like straighten up and straighten his little jacket. The like green of his eyes kind of glowing brightly.
Cam, can you humor me for a second?
Sure.
I'm gonna ask you a question. It might sound silly,
Yeah.
but something that only you would know.
Yeah.
You know, my best friend is your sister. What's your sister's name?
I don't really like trick questions, Rory. This is not funny.
I attack her. Or attack him.
Okay. As this plays out in front of you, Apoc, you see Rory lunging towards Cam. And the world kind of slows into a bit of bullet time for you. And you hear a creak of a door behind you as you turn to see Petra kind of closing the door, a smirk on her face. And you hear a voice in your head, not Petra. Do you want him back? Or do you want your forbidden fruit instead? Trust me, and I can give them both to you.
What? What kind of... What?
As the world around you sort of like shifts, like it kind of goes fuzzy in front of your eyes, but you see like Rory moving in slow motion towards Cam and kind of getting pulled apart from these two. Like they almost move without moving, if that makes sense. As you find yourself in the second blink of an eye in like a chamber very similar to the final chamber after defeating the aspect of fire. The ground underneath your feet rumbling. The door that was behind you and Petra gone. And you see your two friends, Rory and Cam, running towards you, shouting, "Apoc, we have to get out! We have to get out! Look out!" As Cam tries to run towards you, but the ground underneath him gives way and he slams down. You can see blood across his temple as he tries to grab on as the ground underneath him falls into a cavern, very similar to how the cavern was crumbling in the aspect. And as he kind of claws towards you, trying desperately, feet kicking, you see the contingency band loose on his wrist as he's trying to claw in. Rory flying towards you, looking down where Cam was, trying to course correct to her other friend, as she shouts, "Apoc, move!" As a giant boulder kind of comes crashing down from the top, knocking her out of the air as she screams in pain, the boulder landing and crushing one side of her body. As you can see blood trickling down her chest. You feel two very long fingered hands across your shoulders. You can have them both back in your life for good. Trust me. And I can make it happen for you, Apoc.
What? Both?
Or you'll lose them both. The hands kind of tighten on your shoulders.
No, none of this is real. We know this isn't real. We know this.
You hear Aurora screaming even louder as Cam slips, and you hear the nails of Cam digging into the ground. You can hear it. They're not far. They're 30 feet away. You can get them. You can reach them. Do you need a minute?
I start pushing the boulder off of Aurora.
As Apoc runs towards Rory and starts to push the boulder off, you feel those there's nothing touching you, but you feel those hands on your shoulders kind of slide off. Interesting choice. The rest of you see Rory lunging towards Cam. Go ahead and roll initiative, Rory.
Oof. Okay. You're rolling here, going.
That's an 8, and is it just me that's rolling initiative, or is it everybody?
Everyone roll for now, but we're gonna handle. Sorry. Sorry about that. You attacked first, so we're going to resolve that first. If I can get the right stats here. Oh, there's something dry in my throat.
I mean, that's about right.
Oh no! Did you roll a 1?
Yeah, I did.
Oh no.
Plus.
Okay, so Rory, you said an 8. Basil?
It comes out to a 22.
Okay. Do you know what Mrs. Q has?
Uh,
Maybe chance?
see. She rolled a 5, but I don't know what she adds. Your thing closed.
Sorry, it's a 1. Add 1.
Oh, so
So
it's
it's a
a
6.
6.
Sorry.
6. Okay, Rory, you did attack first. You rolled a 4?
Well, I rolled a 1, but it's +3.
Oh, Rory was an 8. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that was you. That's my bad. A 4. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Rory, as you go to lunge towards Cam, in a split second, you see Cam recoil. I don't actually know how surprised work. You're all in the same room. Yeah, you're all in the same room. I don't think this is necessarily a surprise attack, unless I can Google it quick.
Surprise attack, it's just they don't act that first turn.
Unexpected, unannounced assault designed to catch an opponent off guard.
It's unexpected.
Surprised is a condition.
Yeah, he's not surprised.
Okay.
I'm good however you want to play it. If you want to just let the initiative roll, that works for me.
Just give me 1 quick second.
I really don't have a plan. I'm just acting on emotions here, and I think I just like run lunge to bite rather than like plan out something more substantial.
Yeah, it doesn't quite fit the surprise itself, so we're gonna jump right into initiative. So
Okay.
Basil, in this moment, you felt the tensions rise in your friends and your companions, and you see Rory lunge, claws outstretched, teeth bared, Apoc frozen in a spot for a second. You have the initial jump of the gun. What is it you do?
Mm. Mm. And so, okay. I would not have perceived. It was only in Apoc's mind, like the door and Petra behind, right? So I still perceive like it's the rhino in the door.
You heard nothing behind you.
Okay.
You just see the chaos unfolding in front of you.
Seeing Rory like jump into action, but maybe not making there yet. Uh, Sir Basil will, because he's up to now he's just been very suspicious of it all. He's going to mm, do what? He'll just take out his dagger and he's going to close the gap. So he's probably just like in front but to the side of Cam, but like he's not necessarily going to attack. He's going to hold his action, but for flair, kind of like um, billow out his cloak even more, almost as if it's a distraction to cast help on Rory. So she has advantage on her turn.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. So as Basil tries to distract a little bit, come on, why are you not scrolling? As Basil tries to distract a little bit, Cam seeing Rory lunge towards him. Is going to kind of throw his hands up. Is going to kind of throw his hands up and say, "What is going on here?" As you are going to lose sight of him as he turns invisible. Rory, you are up.
Okay, as I'm lunging towards him, not knowing where he is, kind of where he was, I think I'm going to just lunge and try and bite at him. As you see my form of dread kind of come over me.
Oh, okay.
So I've
And
got
that's
advantage from help, but disadvantage from invisibility.
correct.
Ooh, okay.
Uh,
And you are
Oh.
sparkling Rory now, right? Did your form of dread change since the death and resurrection?
Yeah, I'm much more ghostly. It's like kind of like shadowy smoke that billows off of me. The sapphire blue eyes are still there, and like some of the teeth are still there. Like there is that like element that's still underlying it all, but it's much more macabre than the previous glittery Edward Cullen vampire vibe that was originally going for. Okay. That is for a bite attack. Where is my bite? That's a 19 to hit.
Let's
Yes,
go.
that hits.
And 1 point of piercing damage. Again, I'm just acting on emotion here. I'm not trying to do anything
Yeah.
too crazy.
But
No,
can you
no, I
like
love it.
bite and hang on? Like just like keep him in your jaw?
No, I'm just trying to bite, tackle him.
Okay.
Okay. As I totally get it, acting on emotion here. You lunge with Basil's help. You feel a little bit more empowered, and as you kind of jump towards where you saw Cam, your left hand misses, but your right hand catches something invisible. And as you kind of twist and latch on, you hear a shout and a scream as a splash of blood splashes onto the wall behind you. As all of you hear Cam, a shriek come from Cam in his voice. Basil, Mrs. Q, instantly teleported to some of your earlier adventures in the caves with the slimes, when you really took a toll, back to a time when you lost your friend. But as Aurora kind of backs up, the taste of iron in your mouth, a little bit of blood kind of dripping from your snout, snarling.
Very feral.
Like hackles raised kind of situation. I love it. Although you hear a little bit of whimpering from Cam, he is able to maintain his invisibility. Mrs. Q, you are up.
You have anything that can help discern if this is the real Cam or not?
That's what I was trying to figure out. And
It's illusionary.
I know, I don't think I have anything that will really do anything for that. Okay. Don't,
What you got,
Mrs. Q. Oh, I don't know if this will work. I'm trying to determine would she. Sure. I think the contingency band would have really confused her. So she would try as this is happening, I guess, assuming that this actually works. I don't think I've ever used this before. She would cast locate creature.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
And essentially to determine whether Cam is Cam.
Okay, so you're focusing in on Cam.
Yeah.
Casting locate creature. Any memory or thought of Cam that you're thinking of in particular? Just flavor.
Was Cam the one with the frog hat?
No, that was APOC.
That was APOC. But there was a
I forgot about that.
I liked
He had
the
the
frog
he
hat.
had like the bowler.
The bowler. Okay. I'm thinking specifically about the hat scenarios.
You would have remembered Cam giving APOC the frog hat.
Wow, I forgot about
Maybe that's what I recall. This beautiful, like, slow-mo moment with sparkles in the background of these friends with their hats.
I love it.
Yep.
As you think of that, your spell pings in the same room.
Well, well.
Did you say it pings in that location?
In the same room. Yep. Oh, Linkers. Oh, buddy.
Different
I
form.
think Poppy would get
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's him, guys.
Okay. That's your turn, Mrs. Q.
Uh-huh. You know that.
All right. Apoc, you're up. As you are running over to push the boulder off of Aurora, you hear her screaming underneath and whimpering in pain as you try desperately to push the boulder off, but it is heavy. It is heavy, and the ground is shaking. And you can hear Cam screaming behind you. And as you kind of blink again and blink again, you sort of take a breath and stumble just a little bit back into the room where you know you walked into in the little hut in the orchard. And as you take in the scene, you see the splash of blood. You see Aurora's mouth snarling and feral, hackles raised, wings outstretched, more ghostly and pale than before, blood dripping from her canine teeth. And you hear Mrs. Q shouting, "It's him! It's him!" As you hear a whimpering in the corner. Is there anything you'd like to do in this moment?
I know.
What
Apoc
is
just
Bobby doing? Sorry.
He's just like,
didn't know how much everybody can see.
She's
she-
playing with herself.
she's in a nesting mode.
She's making a nest.
She's
cool.
got a little blanket that she's dug herself in and is trying to now make a little house.
So
But it's
cute.
almost her bedtime, so
Yeah, I'm
no, Apoc's just gonna snap back, coming into what he thinks is reality, but knows also isn't. Um, kind of shocked to see Rory in this state because he also is pretty confident this is Cam with the band, but just gonna look over like left and right. Just, everybody stop.
Guys are
Cam,
upset.
back. Cam?
you just hear like what 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 what
Did you get taken by Petra?
no who
What do you mean who?
what do you mean who?
You know who Petra was in the mountains?
And you hear like Cam's voice kind of coming from like slightly different places as you're having this conversation. Right, right. Petra, saucy, super saucy Petra, right.
Yeah.
No. Didn't get taken by anybody. What are you talking about?
When we called to you, what happened?
What do you mean?
Sending spell?
You didn't message me.
Pretty sure we did.
I didn't get it.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check. Missed.
Insight is 17.
17. I'm just gonna whisper quietly to you since you're the only one who can hear this.
Hmm. Can you come with us?
Why?
I mean, it's a strange place. Shit's getting crazy.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
We were just making cookies, me and your mom.
Cam, you
What is
have to
going
know,
on?
Cam, if you are real, you have to know none of this is real. If it's really you, this is all fake.
You're wrong. This isn't fake. This is real. We're making cookies. This is real. I'm bleeding.
You're real. This whole place isn't.
How did you get here, Cam?
I took the road. I took the road.
There is no road.
And we're going, we don't do the road. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. And she's crazy.
That is a smidge true, but not in the way that you think.
Have you ever tried to leave the village?
Yes, we go to the markets all the time.
Didn't Arna say that she tried to, but she couldn't?
Mm-hmm. Just kept walking for days.
I don't think his head is all there. No offense.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I know. I know. You'll probably forget this in an hour or so.
Would Mrs. Q have any, like, given her understanding of how magic works, like, know, like, what would have to happen for someone to be the real person, but not remember, like be misinformed about where they are or what their life is like?
So go ahead and make an Arcana check, Mrs. Q, just to see if you came across this in any way, shape, or form. While this is happening, Rory, I don't want to forget, like, if there's anything you want to do, we're taking an interlude here in this discussion. If there's anything you want to do.
Did I hear APOC say stop?
Yes, actively out loud, you can hear this
Okay.
conversation, unless you choose not to.
Because like I think I've got, you know, like when you're seeing red and like that's kind of going through. If you'll allow me, can you persuade me, APOC?
Oh, yeah, okay. I love it.
Yeah, she didn't throw away my D20.
We're gonna take
Yeah. What? I don't know if Apoc's really
Mm.
persuasive.
And then I'm gonna roll a D20 to see what my rage level's at. So you can roll higher than what I rolled.
I rolled a 17, baby.
All right. You see me take a beat. I'm still heated. But I'm just pausing, ready to flinch and attack at a moment's notice.
Apoc
Okay.
just looks over at her. Save this for later.
Is that your kink?
Okay. Mrs. Q, what was your roll?
19.
19.
Yeah.
With that, you know there are very much spells out there. You may have used one at some point or not, but there are spells out there that can affect personality and affect memory in some way. The person is there. Like you can use it on your friends if you want to. You can use it on real people, real humble folk. But they affect how they act, affect what they remember, affect who they are. Sometimes they're temporarily, sometimes it's more permanent.
Okay.
As you are all, unless there's any final thing you want to do here, as you are all kind of in this space, I'm not sure who has the highest passive perception. I think it's either Mrs. Q or APOC.
15.
Yeah, okay. You start to kind of notice out of the corner of your eye like a shimmering, very much like an aura. kind of rippling right at the periphery of your vision. Like as you kind of turn and as you kind of turn, it follows the periphery of your vision. But turning back, the world starts to kind of shift. And you can hear Cam still whimpering, still kind of like crying out in a little bit of pain. Like, she's crazy. This is real. We go to the markets every weekend. This is a real. What you're saying doesn't make sense. You're lying to me. And you kind of see the world sort of shift around you. There starts to be like a glow. The walls of the house fade away to the point where you can see Monoceros.
Monoceros, like one.
To the point where you can see Monoceros, not through a window, but standing next to you as the town vanishes is not the right word, but almost like fades very slowly out of view to be replaced with an open area, a soft glow, a very smooth floor. You see you see like towering above you when you look up, there doesn't appear to be anything above you. It kind of turns to black, a darkness sort of setting in around you, but you kind of make out like 6 chiseled walls around you. You don't see any stones of the villagers or the mobs, what once was the villagers or the mobs. You no longer see any trees. You don't smell the fruit. You don't smell the sugars and the smoke of the fire. You hear no bustling. You hear no ripple of leaves through the wind. You feel a cold kind of pierce into you as the illusion fades.
Do we
Apoc,
still
you
hear
remember
Cam?
seeing, pardon me?
Do we still hear Cam?
Even the voice of Cam kind of starts to fade off a little bit, but you can't really pinpoint if it's faded, if it's moved. You don't know when you lost
Mm.
when you lost the sensation of hearing him.
Okay.
It's a weird sort of time distortion, and you can't quite put your finger on it, but it almost makes you a little queasy in your chest. Apoc, you remember when you saw this illusion sort of form, like ripples that built the world on top of it. This is just a fade out. The ground underneath you is this glowing, a soft white that sort of glows for about 20 feet before starting to vanish like an underlit piece. And as you all kind of like look at each other and you see very much like holding a flashlight under your face to get the glow. It's kind of how you're all currently illuminated. Any steps you take make a clink on the floor below you. You all get a sense of being inside this geode for the very first time, truly inside this geode. And as you sort of take a beat to take in your surroundings and your eyes start to adjust to both the brightness underneath you and the darkness above you, kind of wrapping any kind of cloak around you, you start to kind of notice at the other end, like the other end of a football field kind of thought process here. You start to notice shapes taking form, very much like a mirage where you see the ripples and then you see something forming on the horizon. That's what you notice as your eyes adjust to this space. We are going to take a pause there, grab some tea, grab some water. We've gotten our refreshments. We're good to go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So as you find yourself in this open stone area, I don't know if this is gonna make sense to folks who might not have seen it, but has everyone seen the last Harry Potter movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, do you remember the scene in King's Cross Station where it's all white?
Oh yeah.
Okay. To set the stage, like that is what you are seeing. It is a almost blinding white where it kind of looks like a fog, but not because you can see through it, but the ground is emanating this white. Looking up above you, it turns to black, but not because you get the sense that not because it is black, but because it's just not lit. There's no light source from above you. It's all coming from the ground that you are currently standing on. And it's odd as you kind of like reach out your arms, the light almost feels like it's almost wrapping around you, where you hold out your arm and it's almost making your wrist a little skinnier, if that makes sense. And the chill in the air is not chill like cold, but chill in absence of heat. Chill in when you put your hand on a rock that's been in the shade. You feel that almost like a damp chill, a damp cold, kind of in the space around you. You don't see your breath. It's not making your hair stand on end. It just is in this space. Your breathing, you can almost hear it. You swear you can almost hear it echo across the opening, and you have no idea how close or far you are from the nearest wall. The point at which the white floor meets something that is not white as a wall. But you do make out these figures, these things kind of forming as you are taking this in real time across from you. A soccer field, a football field length away is what it looks like. It's harder to make out at first, but you realize the only reason why you can is because these creatures, these whatever they are a dark spot in an otherwise white expanse. What would you like to do in this space?
Yell out Dumbledore. Um,
You're okay, sweetheart.
So the dark spots, they're not different from each other. They're just sort of like nondescript in
they
the middle distance.
Yeah.
They don't look like they are moving. They do not all look the same. It's almost like hazy. Like the light is kind of wrapping around them, if that makes sense. It's a little difficult to make out because you're just a little too far. But what that distance is hard to tell. It's a weird space that it's almost a little distorting.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you guys mind if I try something?
By all means.
And you can hear your voices kind of echoing a bit in this space.
I haven't used one of these yet, but I've always wanted to. Apoc's gonna pull out a red feathered arrow, and he's gonna fire it at the black spots.
Okay, very cool.
It casts scrying on the location where it lands.
Very cool.
oh yeah.
Where can you send it?
I can shoot at a distance of 600. It's just with disadvantage. 600 feet, yeah.
I just need to know. Okay.
That's technically my bow range. 150 without disadvantage and 600 with disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. So
Do you
you
think-
go.
Do you think Basil could teaching you how to like mini putter golf line up with you and help you at that?
Maybe. You know, if we really want to get this far, you could hold one end and I can hold the other and we could just pull it back.
Some
Sure,
type
do
of
that.
some type of heated rivalry. That's my kink.
For sure, yes. Sir Basil helps you maybe like the angle or something like, oh no, like we should pitch it a little more or something. And cast
I
help.
don't think so. And we do it, and you hear the bow fire, and it says, "Check out our bore log." We just
Yeah, it
log
just
eyes.
echoes.
I didn't know it could do that.
Okay. I can't say that that assists in the distance that this goes. You do see the arrow go, and you swear, it's very weird, but you swear you can hear it like cutting through the air the entire time it is in the air in this space. And 600 feet is like almost 300 meters, 200 meters change. Um, and you hear it like hit the ground and skid, and it continues past that range.
Mm.
You scry from the point where it is. You were on target.
Okay.
And you scry from the point where it is. Make a perception check for me.
Ooh. My favorite kind of roll. That's pretty good. Dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Great. From where you are, you feel your consciousness propelled forward until it meets the point of the arrow. And you have used one of these before in the hospital.
Yeah, that's right.
And as your gaze refocuses, you find yourself maybe, again, it's hard to tell distances, but you are almost right up on these figures. As your vision opens, you make out 4 figures on the ground in front of you, actual figures, humble folk, with a dirty 20, which just meets the DC. You make out 3 figures that you recognize and one that you do not. One of the taller figures you see is a tall corvum, black feathers with a splash of white across his beak, as you recognize the figure of Kai Zogma, the oldest Zogma child. One of the smaller figures, you recognize another corvum, very young, to be Evie Zogma. The figure next to her, bright green eyes, looking off into the distance above you, since you are the arrow on the ground. You see Cam. And the 4th figure you do not recognize, a very tall, 9 foot tall, you would guess at least. It's very odd. This creature almost looks pieced together. You see fragment of stone that you would recognize or you would attribute to someone like Sapphire, but like built in the wrong spot. You see pieces that almost look like slime holding 2 pieces of stone together. It is lopsided. It is hunched back. You can't really make out more detail than that. I guess with a dirty 20, you do make out what would be like the head or the face. And it is where Sapphire's face was chiseled and bright and almost humanoid, but with a very alien look to her. This creature is monstrous. All of these creatures you see, I guess none of them have any exposed skin, but you see them all kind of deadlocked forward in the direction that you feel you are, your body. You can see gold chains around the necks of Kai, Evie, and Cam. And you see almost a green tint to their fur and their feathers that kind of crawl up their face towards their eyes. The other thing that you make out with a dirty 20, because you rolled high, you sense the ground underneath you almost thrumming. As you see rising up behind these four, and they're all standing in a line, like straight backed in a line, focused, dead ahead. The presence of the arrow did not seem to affect their focus. But behind them, you see this like twisting, gnarled looking pillar. The best word that you can describe it is like a tree. But it's not a living tree. It's blackened, it's ash. And you see like the twisting trunk itself, there are openings in the twists and the turns. And you see and feel the thrumming kind of coming from this tree itself, like essences escaping.
And the tree's big. It's like bigger than the smallest, or bigger than the biggest of them.
It's not as big as this 9-foot like monstrosity. It's kind of around, maybe just a little bit taller than Kai, so just like a little bit taller than all of you at your height. And as you kind of like try and make out a little bit more of whatever this like twisting branched kind of thing is, you sense one more creature in this space, and as you like try and look up, your vision goes dark. I would like a wisdom saving throw from you, please, APOC.
Whoa. My actions have consequences. That's cocked. Oh. It's a one.
It's a 1.
It's a one.
Oh,
Well,
Plus one. Not sure if that helps.
No, it
nice
does
knowing
not.
you.
Victor, grab the right dice.
Spiny shield?
You take 8 points of psychic damage as you kind of jolt back into your body, and you almost like stumble just a little bit as you feel a pull to this thing. You feel yourself, you feel your mind almost dissociate for just a moment and want to reach out. Kind of take like a little step. You take a little step. You kind of are able to pull yourself back for now, but you feel that, like, for lack of a better term, you feel like that lust. You need it. You want it. It's calling. What do you do?
While I was in the state of, I forget what it's called, clairvoyance?
Scry.
Scrying? Yeah, thank you. I would have been dictating everything that I saw to
Yeah.
these guys.
Sure.
But APOC's just gonna slowly start walking forward.
As APOC would have dictated, seeing Kai and seeing Evie, Arna, who is still with you and very shell-shocked, has been like kind of hunched and holding her cloak around her, one hand clutching something on the inside of her belt, the other kind of ringing beside her. Hearing the names of her siblings being driven from APOC, you kind of see her stumble a little bit before pulling out 2 daggers, gripping the handle so hard that you can kind of see a bit of blood trickle from her palms. As APOC comes out of it and starts walking forward. Whoa, where are you going? Are we going?
There's something there. You see him like wince in pain as he just starts shuffling slowly towards it.
APOC, you're looking in that direction like you've looked at me all these past weeks. don't like it.
I knew that was the wrong word to use. I know, Bobby.
What's over there?
Oh, I would have mentioned all of it already when I was scrying. The the kids, the Zogmas, the Cam's there. Something's controlling them, maybe? They all
Could
have
that be
chains around their neck.
no, could that be Nori? Nari?
Chain
Larry.
like a necklace.
No.
Not chain like a, sorry, chain like a necklace.
Okay.
You could see a pendant on each of their neck,
Okay.
not chain like a ball and chain.
They're all decked out. They're
Chain like a-
ballers.
They're
No.
fucking bling. Let's go.
They just won, like, I don't know,
No,
a hockey tournament or something. They got gold around their necks.
it was an amulet. Amulet, like it was a pendant on a necklace.
The way
So
you
this
described
is
it, it seemed as if they something was not right with them though. As if the pendant was affecting them in some way.
I mean, they're all worshiping some tree.
Mrs. Q, you pinged and you said it was real. They were real.
Yeah. I trust the spell. I think it's, I can at least vouch that I think Cam is Cam. So if that's where they are,
Mhm.
then I say we go that way.
So Basil's gonna turn to I keep mixing up the names.
Arna.
Arna. So Basil's gonna turn to Arna and say,
Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-huh.
um,
I like this.
if what APOC saw is really what's happening, there could be a chance that Kai and did Evie also have a pendant? Or okay.
Yes,
That
Kai,
both
Evie, and Cam all had gold chains.
there could be a chance that both Kai and Evie are not in their right mind. They might attack us. They might attack you. Um, I don't know what we'll be forced to do, but um, you have to be prepared. If you're ready, we can approach, but are you ready for this?
Arna kind of stands a little taller as much as she can. I, I I am here to get my siblings out of here. They are not too far gone. If any of you try and kill them, I will kill you.
That's fair. You
No
warned
one
me.
is saying that we are going to kill them, but they might kill you, try and kill you.
They're not too far gone.
You need to be prepared for that. No, I'm not saying that they're too far gone to be saved, but you need to go into this with the right expectation.
We've
Yeah.
lived half our lives with everything trying to kill us. I will be fine. You worry
Yeah.
about you.
There's worse things in this existence than death.
Very encouraging. Thank you.
Silver lining is we just need a tub of salt if anybody dies.
Oh my god.
Everyone's just like, ooh.
Love the love the callback.
That was like 3 years ago.
That's wild.
Mhm. Let's go.
She starts walking that direction. As soon as she hears that one of the kids is that way,
Yeah.
she's kind of zoned in.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. As you all make your way forward, you can hear every step that you take kind of echo and ripple. Almost like a drop of water dropping into a pool, and you hear like the bloop, bloop, like the drip. You hear each impact of all of your footsteps, your belongings, everything onto the floor. As you make your way forward, gauging distance is very hard, and it feels like you are taking many, many steps before these figures start to take form and resemble what Apoc saw. The one thing he didn't see, standing in front of this line, is a very tall, 9, 10 foot tall figure with very long, lanky arms and extended fingertips, dark black skin, and you see emerald kind of pulsing through this creature. Standing in front, almost like arms splayed, welcoming, very alien, but familiar at the same time as you approach and you see the light reflecting off of this creature, and instantly get the sense of stone reflecting light. Apoc, you feel the pull even more. And you can't help but almost look down at your own hands as you approach this creature and have a bit of a flashback to when you were traveling through the hotspot and your consciousness was sort of pulled every so often into a body that wasn't yours, as you remember moving through a realm you don't recognize to kill a half-formed Petra at the time. So you kind of look down at your own fingers and flex them a little bit as you approach this creature. As as it kind of looks out at all of you, and you make out what otherwise would be a very beautiful face, kind of very long and oval-esque, with high carved cheekbones, and like cavitied cheeks, almost a little bit skull-like. You see hair of emerald that kind of flows out behind her. And although you realize like it's not moving, it still looks almost like sunlight off of glass in a way. You see the green that's moving through, or that's lined through this creature, almost like veins down each arm, down each finger, across its entire body, up into its face until it ends in glowing green eyes. And there is no expression, but you almost get the sense with the way that it is standing of a welcoming. And you hear in your minds as you approach, "Welcome. You are stronger than I realized." And you hear this voice without seeing this face move. And the one other piece that you notice is that this creature is floating above the ground as you approach. My apologies for putting you through all of that. I needed to know if you would trust in me. Unfortunately, you don't. But you are welcome here, nonetheless. You must have questions before we begin. Ask away. Even though this creature is not touching the ground, you still feel the rumble, very similar to talking to Sapphire, as the tremor would turn into her voice. You almost feel a pressure in the air, creating words as it reaches your ears. What would you like to do?
No.
Yeah.
Sir Basil, because okay, I'm assuming it's Nari, but we don't know for a fact. Sir Basil's gonna call out and say, "Are you the one they call Nari?"
A name I had long ago.
What is your goal here? Why have you trapped these innocent souls? And he'll point to Kai, Evie, Cam.
They joined me. Same as you. They sought me out. They asked for something. And in return, they joined. Innocent or not, all are welcome here.
But to what end?
To assist.
I still don't understand. Assist you to achieve what? What is your plan here?
To give the world a chance at new life. It was destroyed the first time and deserves a second chance.
Is that why you killed Belrock?
This creature has not moved in this conversation. Arms outstretched, unmoving, floating above the ground, but not like up and down, just stationary. At the mention of Belrock, you don't see it happen, but this creature's face twists towards you. Not just this creature, but the monstrosity behind her. You do not see the movement of this creature. You hear a vibration kind of come through. He did not understand because he did not experience what I had to. But he is helping now.
Oh shit. Guys, I think that tree is Belrock.
So to be clear, I want to be very clear. The tree is the best way that you can describe it, but as you all get close, there is this central figure. There are the four figures behind. So Kai, Evie, Cam, and this monstrosity, this creature that, again, there's a reflection of the light. So you get the idea that this creature is made of stone, but it is broken. It is broken and held together, piecemeal together. Behind that line of four, there is this other twisting thing. And as closer, it looks like a tree because there are these like black veins cutting through the white floor that kind of almost like a root system collate towards the base of this tree, heavy air quotes, that maintain its darkness as it kind of sprouts out from the floor. And you can see these openings where there is this like different colored, not light, but less dark. It's not a bright white light, but it is almost like a silver, like a wisp that things are kind of pulling and escaping from. And it, as gnarled as it looks, it does kind of cap out. So it sort of like spreads, but it is stationary, it is unmoving, and you have a very difficult time, even this close, understanding what it is made out of, what it is, why it's there, but it is behind these figures of four. So none of the figures you see as your friends or living creatures is this thing behind them. I hope that made sense.
Without saying out loud, I'd like to, you know, when like you're trying to talk to somebody without saying anything, just to like, you know, like,
Like using eyebrows.
Yeah. Should we kill it? Should we kill it? Do we have...
Basil's grip on his sword will just tighten, kind of just like give a look back. And look at APOC.
Look at Mrs. Q.
Mrs. Q, you see her sort of smooth her apron in preparation.
That's the sun. That's the signal. That's the kill signal.
It's like the superhero montage of all of them like putting on their gloves and their mask and their shield. As you are communicating in this way, stop me if you want to do anything, but as you are communicating in this way and these subtle pieces are happening, you do not see the movement of this creature, but one hand is suddenly up. How about I make you an offer instead? I wish to remake this world. The mortals of this plane have ruined it and hurt my mother. I wish to give my mother a second chance to support life. Yes, there will be pain, but it will be for the good of this world. You can help me with that. You can help remake life. Join me. Join me.
Doesn't sound like a very good offer.
APOC just looks at Rory like, hmm?
Your alternative, my dear, is to die here and help me against your will. Anyways. And as she says that, what's your passive perception? Everyone's passive perception. Yours is 15.
9.
You said that earlier.
9.
Oh, it's so low, dude.
Yeah.
Massive ears. Can't you like perceive stuff?
The way I distributed my stats just didn't
You
really
have
work out.
massive ears.
I'm so immersed, Andrew. I'm so immersed.
What's yours, Mrs. Q?
It is 12.
12. So APOC, you're the only very fitting. As this creature, who you assume to be Nari, as Nari says this, you feel a pull. Yes, of course. This is right. And you see that thing, that tree, again for lack of a better word, but you see that tree kind of pulse, and you swear it's reaching out to you, to all of you. That's the sense that you get in this space as this conversation's going.
What does it feel like?
Roll an insight check.
8.
What power? What an opportunity to be part of that power. There's a lot of power here. She can do anything.
Huh.
That's kind of what it feels like.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Can you all hear me okay? When
No,
I
it's a little
speak?
quiet.
Okay. I basically said, like, APOC asked what it felt like. And it feels like power. Like, what beautiful power. Like, she can do anything. Amazing kind of vibes.
Might not have to kill it.
I think I'd be looking to Mrs. Q just because I trust her wisdom.
Mrs. Q was like frantically wiping off her apron. She is like ready to go.
APOC, dear. You messed things up once for me. Perhaps convince your friends that fighting is not the right way to go. I offer a deal for you to maintain yourselves while this happens. Failure to accept means you die, and it happens anyways. You cannot stop me. I have suffered too much. My mother has suffered too much. Are you?
Am I under a spell?
No.
Oh.
No.
What are you doing, APOC?
Yeah, what's happening here?
No, I'm trying to understand the situation. Just a little OOC. Um, ah,
It feels for you like you are trying to make a decision, and one side of you is saying one thing, and the other side of you is saying a different thing. And you see the value in both, and you're trying to make that decision. It just feels like one part of you is not necessarily in your body, but it's calling.
you guys gotta hold me back.
Mrs. Q grabs APOC's hand. Paw? Hoof? Whatever.
And yeah.
And
Okay.
We've 3 years later. We still don't.
I've never thought about this. We have hands,
All
right? Yeah.
humans did. So
I have paws, for sure.
yeah, but like
I mean, I have digits. Anyway.
yes, with hands.
It's like regular paws with these like gross thumbs sticking out.
Awful.
She doesn't do it in a way of like trying to hold you back necessarily, but more like a grounding to sort of pull you back into.
Like I got you.
Yeah. And she leans over and I mean whispers, I guess, loud enough for everyone else to hear, but not yelling it. Like remember, APOC, that nothing we have done thus far has been for power or has been for us. We don't need to start that now. And just sort of like gives a little hand a squeeze.
he squeezes back, but maybe just like a little bit too tight.
We came here for a reason. And we know that this thing can be killed. We've been given confirmation of it.
Your confirmation is wrong. Whoever told you has no idea what they speak of. Was it my sister? She's always hated me. Jealousy is an ugly color. You will die here if you go toe-to-toe now.
If jealousy is an ugly color, I'm painting with red and I want to cast Conjure Elemental.
Nice.
Ooh, okay. What are you conjuring?
Fire Elemental.
A fire elemental?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Paint me a picture. Where in the space? What is it? Like?
I would have it cast about 90 feet away from me, basically behind it.
Okay. So you are, to give you an idea, you are like 30, 40 feet away from this.
Yeah, so I'd walk a little
like
closer.
you had to walk up that far.
I'd walk
90
closer to
feet
the.
is going to be even behind the twisting tree.
Yeah, I want to put it about.
Your intention?
I want to put it about 10 feet behind it.
Okay. Let me just write that down. 10 feet behind the twisting tree thing.
Yeah, on
Okay.
the opposite side, of the 4 figures.
Okay, so 10 feet behind the tree. I apologize, my map is not ready, so I do
Okay.
not have anything to share with you, but I will put it together for next session. Okay, so a fire elemental bursts into this space. All this creature, Nari, in front of you, and the 4 folks behind barely blink. No one moves. Nari doesn't move. You just hear "You are making a poor choice, mortal."
But at least
You
I'm making
have-
my own choice.
Hell yeah.
And I start butterfly winging up.
All right. Nari is going to, you do not see it move, but you see her hand like extend in the blink of an eye, towards you. Aurora, you feel a like the wind passing in front of your face as the clawed extended fingertips are just like 1 inch short. Whether by accident or on purpose, you're not 100% sure. I'm going to end the session there, and we're going to pick up with initiative next time.
Ooh, awesome.
Only because I want Elle to be
Yeah,
here.
of course.
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
We're gonna get smoked without Elle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Such a good session. Thanks.
Especially
Thanks,
too,
Amanda.
since like we're still like low HP or use spell slot. She's fresh. Good to go.
All right. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
that is true.
You're low HP,
Got knocked out.
but
I was pretty bad earlier.
do we have healing?
Yeah, I'm saving it up for when things are really dark.